Full shot. Cowboy.
Are you gonna come, baby? Please come, 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 come. Yes, baby, please come, 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 come.
What the fuck? Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another day of Animal Crossing. I was scrolling through my TikTok, waiting for the game to load because it takes ages. Oh wait, hold on. My trees are not there anymore. I moved them. The trees that spawn items. Do I have to explain it every single time I talk about it? If you have 7 regular trees, whether it be a cedar or a hardwood. What's a hardwood tree? One of these with no fruit on it. This is a fruit tree. They don't give succulent items, but pretty much you have those. You'll get a spawn of 5 hives, right? Which you get stung. Five wasp hives, and then 2 items. Sometimes you may get coins or whatever it may, and maybe it depends on the spawn of the day. Oh, look, everyone's running, and it's kind of interesting. Everyone's like out and about after this new update. I feel like nobody was doing anything. Wait, do they have leaves in their little hands? They do. I remember they were doing this in spring. Does anyone feel like after the update they started going into the plaza more, or is that just me? I'm not exactly sure. Look at that thick boy. All right. So what we're going to do, let's see. Excuse me. Oh, Mira, you don't get to have thoughts like that. You're not leaving. Oh, fine. We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you. What's going on here? I'm getting whiplash. Playing to the camera. Oh, damn. Damn, brother. You look like one of those guys that were pissed off at the football players from Newland. You know, them in their car, like, respect the fucking troops, brother. Yeah, by the way, my phone case is pink. Remember when I said I like the color pink? I wasn't lying. I wasn't trying to get good boy points. Okay? Everyone's awesome here. It's just that, but I feel kind of stuck. What do you think, Cottontail? I don't want you to go. Okay, make sure we press the right button. How could I turn that down? Fine, I'll stay, Cottontail. I really do love it here. It's awesome. I love you. You're gonna leave like 2 days after your birthday? Like, what's up with that, man? It's mental illness, isn't it? Isn't it? What is that? Hold on. Hold on, I don't think I have that one. Alright. Alright, hold on. I gotta get my gamer juice on. What? Nothing. Alright, let's see. Right there. Ooh, I saw it. You saw it. Wait, is this the cicada shell? I needed one of these. Good. I don't think it was gonna fly away. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. I don't think it was gonna fly away. Let's see. Polymorphing. Ooh, that's a good one. So we need 80. So let me check. Does that mean I have 20 bugs that I've left to catch? Is that what's going on? Also, did I get another one? I did. Cicada memories. Excuse me, I'm reading. I appreciate the points, but excuse me, I'm reading. Excuse me, officer, I'm reading. Officer. Anka standing on her head. Cicada shells in the summer. They're not really all that useful, but collecting them does help create summer memories that will last a lifetime. Yeah, a shed ninja. Anyway, what I wanted to count is how many bugs that I have left, alright? Let's see here. Breathe in, breathe out. Oh my god, okay. Let's see, how many do we have across, alright? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, alright? So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 16, right? 10 times 5, right? Think about it. 10 times 5 is 50. And then we need 6 more to make it to be 16 times 5. So it's, 6 times 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So 50 plus 30 is 80. There's 80 slots. There you go. That's how you do math, okay? You're like, wait, what? I know. What is it? Apparently, mental math like that is very hard to teach people. If that means anything to you, I don't know. I remember having a teacher talk about it specifically. I was a freshman in a class that was meant for 8th graders, right? Because I didn't do my homework. You know me. I didn't give a fuck, okay? I thought it was cool not to give a fuck. Actually, I didn't think it was cool not to give a fuck. I just didn't give a fuck, right? I just didn't care. I thought school was useless because I wasn't gonna become super mega mind Richu. All right, let's see. Let's try to catch this.
Getting offline, guys. Later.
I didn't even tell you guys what I'm doing today. We're like 6 minutes into the video. It really doesn't matter. You know what we're doing today? We're building. But today I decided to put on a face cam because why not? I wanted you to look at my schnoz. And when I do this. Disgusting. The fucking disgusting, right? Look at our museum moved. Alright, so how many trees did we try? Because majority of them didn't work. So let's go check these out again. Look, everyone's just chilling. All right, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 on that side didn't work at all. So that means I have them all here, which is good because it doesn't mean anything too much. Okay, so there's 1, and then is it both the hardwoods? Nope, it's not. Great googly fucking moogly, people. Is it that one? I can't tell. I'm gonna pass out. Oh, damn. Uh-oh. Puppy's barking upstairs. Let's see. Was that it? It looks like that had nothing. Alright, so it's these 2 trees. It's one up north and one up south. 2 lovers separated. And the only way to get it... Wait, what do you mean my pockets are full? What's in my pockets? Oh, great. Let's see. Oh, of course. Yuck. No pocket space? How will you get a kiss? It's not gonna work like that. Hey, everyone. Oh, wait, I forgot. The way that I have it to go to my area is not figured out yet, which makes this whole area a question and me having to come up with the answers. That's just pretty much it right there, brother. That's right. Hoo-ha! Let's see. So, I don't know if you've noticed, I'm gonna start labeling my episodes like Fall Out Boy songs. And you're like, what's Fall Out Boy? Just search up Fall Out Boy and look at their earlier albums and just look at the name of their songs. Okay? Or look at the earlier names of, right? Hold on. I chimed in with the haven't you people ever heard of? Closing the goddamn door. No. Wonderful 3 Days Grace. No. Wonderful Panic at the Disco. I decided to do this because why not? Why not? Oh, wait, look at this. This one, wait, he stops. Oh, wait. Me touching it made him stop singing. Also, why is that in there? This is Cicada's husk. There's nothing inside of it, unless a soul. It's said that a soul can get trapped inside of it, and that's something that we're not messing with. We ain't messing with those heebie-jeebie, this is how we start movies off, right? We're not doing that at all. Not at all. So let me sell some of this stuff in my inventory so we can keep on going. And that's pretty much it. That's where we're going from there. Let's see, what do we got here? What do we got here? What do we got here? Oh, we got a blue tea set that's steaming. Yeah, how about you give me the frozen treats? Hey, anyone out there has the frozen treats? Right? The 2 ice cream things? If you do, hit me up in the comment section. You know? And then I'll message you. And I'll be like, hey, you should probably add me here. You know? And then we can play. Oh, look, my little sister's playing right now. Ain't that cool? I think that's pretty neat. I think you're pretty neat. Let's see. So let's just start selling flowers that I worked hard to have in my area. Double check to see if I'm recording, because there are times where I just completely forget to hit record. There has been whole episodes I've recorded and I didn't hit record. How do you think that makes me feel? Like shit. Like shit. That's what it makes me feel like. It's okay. Let's see. This is a... The fuck is this? I can't even tell. I don't even know. Is that a blue blue file cabinet? Let's see. Yellow. Look at that. Oh, this is beautiful. The red chic or chic. The red chic. Chic. It's not spelled chic. Chica Slate. I was a 100-year-old woman and I turned myself into a cutie, young, busty 20-year-old. Right? Who remembers that from Legend of Zelda? Even though I don't think she was busty, and I think she turned herself into a 5-year-old, so... That's my response to that, huh? Alright, let's see. Let's get up here. I have yet to find a... Let's see, unfinished puzzle. Okay. I have yet to find an unfinished puzzle. Let's see. Where's the other item at? Oh, did I already pick it up? I guess so. I don't know what it was. Let's see. Which one is this one? Ah, I see. The one that I have. The one that I've gotten many times before. Alright, let's see here. Someone's crafting and I think it's Willow. How are you crafting in that baby water? Water to baby cannot craft. No. That's not how things work here. It's not how things work here. I've been spending a majority of the day just playing Bleach Brave Souls. I'm recording just so I can, get into the... Just get ahead with D&D stuff, I guess you can say. Finish off some maps that are, like, half done, 3/4 done, with this, another break after probably one of the worst things that could possibly happen, leading to one of us not, playing, which is why I'm not complaining about it, because I totally understand. It made me want to fucking kiss my pet. And then I cried about it, but it's okay. It's not about me. It's not about me. So I ended up, thinking of a cool way to make the encounters, somewhat. Let's see. Wait, hold on. You put the candy in here, right? But where's everything else? Do you like this outfit? Do you like it? Pretty good, huh? He's like, moo. Now people are forced to tip me. Because my employer doesn't pay me a real-life wage. Let's see. Unfinished puzzle. The joke there is he's wearing a waitress apron that I gave him yesterday. And the joke is about tipping. Let's see. Beautiful. Once I cleaned up my house, Momo just replied to me right now, by the way. I told him the story because I've been thinking about it, right? How big it is. How pretty much I was able to, I guess, quote-unquote, convince my players to go to the dark side. Which I wasn't hoping for that to happen, right? But it's be careful of how you want to say it, because I don't want to shit on you, right? Okay? I don't want to shit on them. It's just that, like, how is able to do something regarding that, and then I told him stuff regarding a specific person's backstory when it came to items given. Whether it was he ended up coming up to them, he was honest, nice, straightforward. He was like, if I give you everything about my plan, what makes it, like, what stops you guys from going and telling on me, and people know what I'm truly doing, and they'll be able to stop me, right? Like, that's the idea, is like, and I want you guys help. It's like, I could have killed you plenty of times before, and I haven't, and I've been nice to you. Right, this is the bad guy. I've been nice to you, so, like, let's have a conversation. I am offering you this popsicle, these cherry popsicles as a kind of like a white flag to talk type thing, right? And then he was like, how am I gonna know that you guys won't tell on me, whoever it may be? Is like, can I have something from you? Like, I'm in a position where I'm reaching out, where I don't know if I can trust you. You're gonna be going around doing whatever you're doing. I want something of yours to, like, to know that I can trust you, right? Like, can I have something of yours? And he asked for 2 specific things. He asked for them. It wasn't like, it wasn't like he was like, oh yeah, I'll give you my coin purse that my new redheaded mom gave me. It wasn't anything like that. I didn't give them an option to say something. I put my option out there, and they said yes to it. And there's 2 specific items in there that are very important to the world, I guess you can say, at large, because, you know, they're the main characters, you know how it goes, right? So in turn, the bad guy tricked the good guys into getting items from them after feigning politeness, just being nice to people. Like, one of the things that I'm always worried about is people who are too kind. Me personally, I don't trust people who are nice. You're like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? I don't trust people who are nice. Like, overtly nice, everyone likes them, or anything along those lines. Like, I don't trust them. I don't. I'm always cautious, and that's just the way that I grew up, right? That's just the area that I grew up in and stuff like that. I'm a product of my environment. You know, this isn't because a girl broke my heart or anything along those lines. It's just the way that I grew up. People being nice and trying to get to know me, strangers, is just like, you know, like when someone knocks at the house, we don't open the front. Like, my sister's boyfriend, right? He grew up decent, right? Just middle class, nothing too great. He grew up decent. Family bought him a car, a real nice car, and then he upgraded it. I think. I may be wrong, but and grew up decent. When someone knocks on a door, even if it's nighttime, he doesn't look out the window. He just goes and answers it. What the fuck? We don't do that. We don't do that. Answering the door, if someone's coming to your house, they want to talk to you specifically in front of you, which means they have bad intentions, right? I don't like this whole neighbor. Like, the last time I opened up the door, the neighbor was fucking threatening me, and I want to kill the motherfucker, right? So, like, he's like, you motherfucker, dog scared my kid, you motherfucker. Like, I called the police on you. I'm like, whoa, hold on, man. Like, hold on. Like, hey, I'm sorry. Nope, he just wanted to scream at me. And I was like, all right, goodbye. And then he called the police on us. And then I had to have my mom take care of it. Jesus Christ. Right? And then he never talked to... Now his family just scowls at us. And anytime one of us comes outside, they run inside. Right? No matter what. Oh, God. Jesus. So, like, I grew up differently than him. So, like, I don't trust people, new people, or anything along those lines. Or trust people who are being overly kind for no fucking reason. Because I feel like they want something. They want something from you. And so that's the direction that I went with it. Right? I wanted the bad guy to be nice. To be nice, or quote-unquote bad guy. I'm calling him the bad guy because that's how he's being painted currently in the story. He could not be a bad guy. Who knows? He told his intentions. They don't seem overtly bad, but the way he's going through things, so he would be deemed an enemy, which is a theme that I will be kind of like bringing up in game. How, you know, like the victor is right. Right, you know, the victor is right, the fucking, you know, dumb shit. How am I saying this? The victor's right history, right? And, like, there's always the good guys and the bad guys, you know? So, that's how pretty much I'm writing. A little bit more complex for myself, but, you know, it's the idea that counts, I guess you can say. Let's see, what should I put here? Iguana. What does this look like? Let's see. I'm gonna place this down because I am gonna have a whole bunch of room for statues. Iguana. Oh, excuse me. I already scooped you up. Alright. Not what I thought. Using kindness, huh? Using kindness. Kindness. Now, what kind of detriment does this have to the players? Right? If anyone's kind to them, they won't trust them. Like, that's the only detriment to it. But when it comes to someone who wants to manipulate them and get something out of them, I don't think it really matters to it. You know, I'm not forcing too much stuff on them. like an encounter I forced on him because I was like, come on, it's D&D, guys. It's D&D. It's D&D. It's D&D. You gotta do something. I don't know. It's interesting. But Momo, the guy that I was talking about, how he doesn't like talk to me about specific things for whatever fucking reason. He's just decided to message me back after this would be 3 days, and I asked for advice on something. He said, "Nice weapon, man. I really like it." And then he really liked what the 2 items represent and what they mean and how it goes. And he really likes Rosie's, which is the bad guy that I constantly talk about all the time. The bad guy in my D&D game. How he really likes Rosie. Right? He really likes Arlen. I think that's what I end up naming him, Arlen. But Rosie is the one that he's sticking because he's using Ambrose, a NPC from early on, that the character shouldn't really care about too much, but other NPCs do. They didn't get a chance to, but he's masquerading as a pretty boy prince, right? Let's see. And he's just really digging this character. He really likes him. Look! None of the sisterly people really fucking give a shit about me, okay? They really don't give a fuck about me. It's all these grumpy, it's what's going on here, man? What's going on here? The heck? Also, they give you friend points for, like, or friend points as the person who dadded my the game. Ended up stating that they give you friend points for what they do. Actually, is Mathilda right there? Whatever should I do? Mathilda, is 2 people gonna leave today, or you're gonna ask for a catchphrase? I'm trying to find people who I'm trying to get DIY, brother. There's a little treasure hunt game I like to play. Would you like to join me? Okay, sure. Please don't hide in the woods. I just knew you loved the idea. Now I'll go bury the treasure. You just wait for me in the plaza, you know? Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, he had to reread it a couple times. Because I just fucking type. Since he doesn't spell check, I don't spell check. Shall I run you the rules? Yes, please. So, alright, dear. Here's how the game works. I buried some treasures on the island. If you find it within the time limit, you win. If you don't, time limit is shorter this time. Okay, so she buried it. Oh, whoa! I'm having encoding issues. What is going on here? Great googly moogly, people. I just noticed I'm having encoding issues. What the fuck? Alright, hold on. Let's switch to this then. Without the video. Let's see if that helps. I just noticed I was having encoding issues. Wait a minute. Is that why... Wait a minute. Is that why the footage has been choppy every once in a while? Oh, you bitch. The encoder is messing up again. You know, fuck Elgato, bro. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. Like, I can't push it to the max setting because the little Elgato doesn't... The Elgato just dies. It dies. It's like my CPU, like... My GPU will be like, alright, at 2%, and then the Elgato will be like, 1,000 fucking percent! All might help me! Like... literally dying. Right? Oh, Jesus. Let's see. Ooh, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me, cicada. Shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Oh, yeah, shake that ass for me. Critical Role's coming back. Critical Role has a soft... I don't really watch it too much anymore. It's just due to the fact that it's a time constraint for me. I don't want to give 4 to 5 hours of my life of more in D&D. I really like it and whatnot. I really liked it in season 1. I watched about 10-12 episodes with Nevo, and then I just which is, you know, guess who? You guys gotta learn the actors, which is my friend, right? I watched like a long time ago when they were coming out, and then I just fell out of it. It's coming back. It was gone for the longest time due to COVID, right? They're not allowed in the studio because, quote unquote, it's a gathering of more of the set amount of people on it, right? I think it's a D&D game with 8 players, which is bonkers to me. I felt like having 6 players was crazy enough, and I had like 2 of the players not even fucking talk when I ran D&D, right? Because one One was constantly like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy him. I gotta buy a microphone because you deserve the best, Luna-kun." I'm like, "Okay, when are you gonna buy the microphone, brother?" He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to Walmart and buy a microphone." And then I was like, "All you need is just like," I showed him one. I showed him one in the Australian Walmart that it what it had, and he didn't want to get it. I was like, "Brother, it's not that much." Like, it was inflated, but it wasn't a lot for quote unquote him. Right? And he was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna not do it." And then when D&D ended, and it was moving over to another things, I just stopped talking to him. Is this it? Fuck, bro. Damn, I didn't even get the treasure. I literally just got all the fossils. That's it. I fucking failed. Damn. Actual failure. And he was a pain in the neck. You can never understand what he says. One of the most annoying things when it comes to like a talking medium is when you can't hear what anyone says. And that shit triggers me. It triggers me. It triggers everyone, right? When you're supposed to be able to hear something from someone, and I remember it annoyed all the players. I remember I had 2 specific people talk to me about it and be like, "Hey, how about you kick him out the game?" I'm like, well, zoinks. "Oh my, you weren't able to find the treasure before the time ran out. It looks like a win today. Of course, I'd be happy for a rematch. Anytime you want a revenge, I'll be back and waiting." Yeah, you're gonna give me that again. Oh. Okay. Sorry, I thought I had some. Whoa, look at that. Aw, shit, changing it to the pimp thing. Alright, good stuff. Let's see here. Let us make our changes there. Alright, so this area, sadly, sorry for this. Not very good, huh? Not very good. These are just here to impede progress, so we'll get rid of these. Boom. Beautiful. Beautiful. But Critical Role is back. It's D&D. As I believe the opening has been the same for a long time. A bunch of nerdy-ass voice actors play Dungeons & Dragons, and they voice act their characters, and I think it's a perfect way for players to help develop their role-playing. I would heavily recommend watching an episode, a random one. Doesn't really matter what it is, just role-playing. Because what D&D is, it's really just having fun and playing with the people around you and role-playing as a wizard and or a barbarian, and you have a backstory and you're playing towards it, and you know, you could be an edgelord in it, who cares, right? That's just pretty much the concept of it. That's what D&D is, and then the DM facilitates the background, the story, and how you deal with it. Though my game is completely a little bit different, I guess you can say. I talked to Nebo, which is one of them. I told her that she did a really good job role playing, right? Because usually she's quiet majority of the time. I told her she did a good job, right? She's a quiet player. I guess I have 2 of the quiet players, right? Because the loud one left. And I was like, "You guys did a good job." And she's like, "For what? Like, what'd we do? I don't even understand what we did." But the concept of her just fighting, like having an argument with her little sister in game, and her little sister and her talking to her little sister, where her little sister is like, "Oh, you're not a bad person like Dad. You're just what was it? What did she say? You're not a bad person. You're just a jerk." Right? You get good situations like that. It's like, "Oh yeah, you're not a bad person. You just fucking suck." Like, you get awesome moments like that, which are really good. The majority of the roleplay is dictated by me. It's me doing it majority of the time. Though I don't give them the time of day to dictate the roleplay themselves. I'm always the one who dictates it. just due to the fact that I've tried to multiple times allow them to do whatever they want, and then they just sit there, right, and just don't talk and wait for me to initiate things. Where I'm just like, you guys can do anything, and then they don't do anything, and so I'm just like, okay, that's a failed experiment. Let's try a couple months later when you guys are, hopefully more developed. That's just pretty much how I do it, right? It's pretty much like a tag-along story, and their characters react to the situation as they move their pieces throughout. Which I believe I had someone who was watching a live stream. They're like, I don't remember who it was, but it was something regarding, it was like, oh, but they were like, oh, but you're the DM. When I was talking about how I did something and I feel like I didn't do it correctly. I didn't initiate it the best way I possibly could. But you're the DM. And I think that means as in that's something I shouldn't be worrying about, because usually the DM is quiet majority of the time, right? Like when I played with Momo, we were in a group where everyone was in DMs. He was DMing DMs, right? And no one had opinions on anything too crazy. Everyone just didn't like everyone was close friends except me with everyone at the table. I played with his friend group, and his friend group was fine. There was one person there that I really, really liked. He was goofy. He loved overplaying his character. It was everything that I wanted, right, from D&D. And I played a hobo rogue, and he played a fancy pants high elf rogue, who stole things because he wanted to go against his family lineage and stuff, right? So he had a guy who had everything, and I was a person who had nothing, right? Or I had everything at one point, and then I had nothing, because I was a selfish prick, and still was a selfish prick. But I wasn't a selfish prick to people, because I could use people to get what I want, and I understood that. Even though, and sadly, one of the other players was just a dickhead to everyone, calling him stupid, in-game, not participating, just stuff like that. We were just like, okay, I'm not going to spend my time role-playing with you then. Which I've told this story tons of times. But I remember there was the games would go, we would start at noon, and then the games will go at 1 or 2 in the morning. It depends. And we all worked, but we had fun the best we possibly can. There's a situation where we're mulling over our reward. We're like, hey, we saved your town. It was like, this is, you keep telling us this is an important town, and us saving it is really good for you because it's part of a very big economical boom. Why don't you give us compensation for that? Right? Give us house, give us land, give us something. We want to take in something. And I remember Momo, our DM, he had such a shitty face on. He's like, are you telling me you don't like the 50 gold that I gave you? It's a lot of money. I'm like, no. We saved a lot of lives, and we figured out who was doing it, and unlike your guards, we weren't murdering people left and right just because they're wearing a black robe. I told a story about this. I kind of froze during the interaction because he didn't have tokens on the board, right? Little chess pieces. So I didn't know what the fuck was happening. It's very hard for me to do theory of the mind if I'm listening with someone, if I'm talking with someone. Let's see. Don't I delete stuff from here? That's why I came here. I tried deleting stuff, but I don't know. And then I helped with the interrogation, and I did a lot of stuff, even though I froze, because I was overcompensating for me fucking up in real life. Let's see. Let's erase these. What? Encoding overload. Why? Why is the encoding overloading? How dare you? I wonder what's going on. There's something going on with my computer that I have to figure out why it's overloading like that. Alright, so I am going to delete these. Delete these. These paths, you can find them in the description below. They will be taken out of the description because I'm not using them anymore. Me using these paths, I think they're just gonna straight up turn to like white, which is gonna be disgusting. I'm gonna be very upset at the fact of that happening. Let's see. Start erasing everything. Erase. 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 Like, this is mine. Let's see. Swap spots. Let's put it in the bottom area. Alright, there we go. Erased. So I gotta save some room for myself. Great googly moogly. I made that. Why did it... whatever. That's the 8-bit version of the Flag of Nazarick from Overlord, which is a series that I really, really like. Ah, yes, look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Alright, there's no way to get rid of them, if I'm not mistaken. Me doing that like that. Let's see, change the design. Change the design. What if I put a transparent marker in it? Confirmed it. Nope, I gotta delete them manually. Oh my god, isn't that annoying, huh? That's big annoying. Also, my encoder's still messing up. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. My computer also stopped wanting to turn off going to sleep, which isn't good, because it was on for 2 days in a row. I'm like, what the fuck? Don't do that. Jesus. It's like, you go to sleep when I go to sleep. That's why I have it set for, like, if I'm not on the computer for 5 minutes, it goes to bed. And then it goes into low power mode and it barely uses any electricity. Just enough for me to boot it, right? It's weird. It's weird. Well, I guess that's the plus size of having your pockets full. You can, in turn, you know, not have to clean things up too much. What? Okay, so now I'm thinking about it. So I explained 2 ways how D&D can be played. D&D can be played completely different, right? You could be a complete sex freak, right, and play D&D where you just have sex, right? It's weird. Like roleplay D&D, like that's a big thing. I ended up talking with someone who does that, and I didn't purposely go out of my way to talk to them. It was by accident. They were talking about one of their most recent times when I wanted to know about something they talked that apparently happened like years ago. And one of the recent times they do this like ERP yokai thingy. The reason I talked to them was because of the yokai stuff, and I didn't know it was erotic, right? You can play it any which way you want. There's no wrong way to do it. The way that I do it is fine. It just, I get to push the story faster. Like the way that we played it with Momo is that the first arc, we didn't even get fucking done with it. It was like, it was a half a year worth of stuff, and we didn't get that far at all. We, like, traveling down the road took fucking forever. There was a point where, like, we don't want to be on the road anymore. Where it's like, well, you got, like, you know, you have, like, 4 days worth of travel. It's like, well, time skip it. Time skip it. He's like, no. It's like, I want you guys to roleplay it out. And we're just like, please help us, please help us. But he didn't want to do it because he didn't want us to go through his road encounters. One right after the other, like in a Mega Man level, right? Which I can understand, but, like, brother, just give it to me. The way I do it, the way I do my D&D game is similar to the Adventure Zone podcast, right? The first one. I don't know if they're still doing D&D. The Adventure Zone podcast got very popular, and I think it's very good. It's also highly produced. They kind of play a half-hearted, where D&D, like the 5th edition rules, are there, but it's not like, it's kind of like loose, right? It's kind of like a narrative. They go for a narrative over everything else, right? And it's just kind of like this kind of heavily story-based. It's not D&D where it's like, all right, we're rolling for combat, roll deep, because he cuts all that out. right? So, and there's always story happening. Always, like, he ends up taking these hours-long sessions and condensing them into, like, these 30-minute, 40 minutes, just, like, info bomb, everyone role-playing, stuff like that. They're role-playing to what's happening. No one's really going out of their way to go, like, fucking try to extort the mayor for land. Like we were, right? So it works the way that my game does, where it's just like, you get the information, they react to it, everyone talks to it. If they want to talk to other players, to get other NPCs to figure stuff out more, they're more beholden to. I'm not forcing them to like anyone or anything along those lines. I am bringing people back because they're familiar, and instead of me forcing new faces on them constantly, so at least they have people they could somewhat quote-unquote trust, right? So that's how I do it, right? So, and then the NPCs are the ones who know what's about it, and they educate them, and then they talk about it, and the NPCs talk about it, and that's about it, right? And sometimes you can push even more, and the NPC will be like, you know, my mother's dead. You know, with Lacosta being, which is an NPC, with her being like Atari, she's like, by the way, did you know my mother's dead? Because she mentions it all the time. Which I didn't mean to. It was just my way of her having a weak moment when the stars were falling, right? Be like, oh yeah, my mom's dead. Bad feels. Like she loved the stars too, and it was supposed to be a callback to a situation where they seen her mother die. Or at least she died, quote-unquote, off camera. It wasn't off camera. She died on camera. It's just that she was the extra. Sure, she died behind the, like, it was like an extra who had a gun pulled out on them and just blew their brains out. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know. Me comparing myself to the Adventures Zone podcast, which is crazy because it's very good. I recommend it heavily. It's very good. Like, the beginnings... It's like kind of like this weird, goofy, kind of weird thing, but like, oh man, they made music for encounters, and like everything is just so good, right? It's like it's a really good like young fantasy type of thing, and it takes out all the baggage that D&D has, all the baggage of combat. Right? Of me rolling the dice. Does that hit? Let me double check my paper. Is your con 15? You gotta roll a con save. Is it higher than 15? Then I get the fucking ass fuck you. If you don't make it, you know, like, I don't know. I highly recommend it. If you're someone who wants to see D&D played with heavy roleplay, right? I recommend Critical Role, where it's just like Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, where it's like they're rolling and they're using their abilities and stuff like that. And if you want to see D&D used as a platform to tell a very fun story with really fun characters, while still using the D&D mechanics and the quote-unquote themes of it, I recommend Adventure Zone. And you get like the story really, really, really fast. And I think it's like, I don't want to say, I think every episode is like an hour or something like that. Every episode of Critical Role is like a real length of a D&D game, which is like 4 hours at least. And they play 4 hours at least because they play at the end of the day, right? So, and they go until midnight. So, I don't know. I really dig it. It's pretty good. Also, Adventure Zone has so many good, like, animatics and drawings and a lot of stuff. It was also during the time when, I don't want to say they were hopping on the train of the social justice stuff, but I thought they were pandering a little bit, in my personal opinion. They were pandering a little bit, right? There's no way he created that character to be flamboyant like that, right? It's only when people started latching onto him, he started not playing his flamboyant character as a Taco. It's me, Taco from TV, you know? Him not playing a character that was a joke. Once people started latching onto him, right? And then they became this androgynous person that people can don't even know how to say it correctly. That gay people can latch onto, right? The gays can latch onto, brother. Which this is me talking about a character from that story. The Adventures on podcast. And now I'm cloud. I know, it's another D&D episode. I know people don't like this shit. But it's something that I'm very interested in. And I talked about 2 things that are really good to look at. There's more D&D stuff that I don't really know. I don't really know too much about them. Like, that girl that created the guild. You know that guild show about WoW back in the day? Or it used WoW as a backdrop. It's like, do you wanna date my avatar? She's a star. I think Felicia Day, that's her name? I'm not exactly sure. Critical Role was on her Geek and Sundry. Yeah, there we go, Geek and Sundry. I start saying the names and they're all there. She was on the Geek and Sundry. The Critical Role was on Geek and Sundry, and I think they started making so much money that they became their own thing. What's funny, Momo, he's never done like a fan meetup or thing like that, and they were in Chicago. And he went to go because he wanted to see them, and he wanted to ask Matt Mercer a question or something like that about DMing, right? And it was a dumb question. I was like, that's not a good question. Someone's already probably asked him that. It was something about DMing, right? A very like how do you get your players involved or something like that. I was like, that's not your problem. You don't have an issue with that. Your players are involved regardless because they want to role play and be fun and stupid, right? And then they did like a fan meetup, and he's like, he wanted to meet a couple characters and tell them how he really liked them, how they portrayed their D&D characters, and he ended up finding out that you have to pay for the meet and greets. I was like, yeah, how the fuck do you think they make their money? Like going to conventions and stuff is like easy clap of money. And he was like, yeah, it was like $40 to $50 or something like that to meet one of them. And you know, all you have to do is just stand in the line. And I was just like, bro, it's like, do you see everyone in that line? I was like, they all paid to go see them, right? They all paid to go meet them. And check, like, if there's like 50 people there, 50 times 40, big number, brother, right? I'm about to do it on my calculator right now. Oh, fuck, stop it. 50 times 40, dude. That's $2,000 if 50 come to visit you. Easy clap. And you're just doing it for multiple days, right? And even if it's just $20, those 50 people times 20, that's $1,000, brother. Just easy clap. Just saying, like, hey, how are you? Signing things, and they go. Right? It's just easy fucking money. Easy money, brother. Which is the reason why a lot of voice actors, people who are in kind of like geeky fandom stuff, anything that lets them evolve to go to a convention, they go because it's a way to make money, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that he thought it was pure, right? He's gullible, and he thought it was like a pure meet and greet, in which it's I don't think there's any loss in purity in it because they're providing a service and stuff like that, so I understand. I do think meet and greets, like being over 200 to like 300 is like for 5 seconds of meeting someone, like you better let me fucking punch you in your titty or something like that. Like Jesus fucking Christ, kick me in the dick, fucking let me smell your shirt or something. God damn, bro. Spit in my mouth. Like, what the fuck? Am I spending $300 for you to go like, hey, what's your name? Oh my god, that's hot. As you're just chomping on your gum, and then you're like, alright, bye. Like, what the fuck? And then the fucking next person comes in line. Like, no, yucky. Man. I don't think they should be too crazy. Too expensive. I can understand 50. I would say like 50 is like the most, right? But you know, if you could get money out of people, you know, your worth is only alive for so long. But I don't know, man. At least, hopefully, you're getting something out of it, right? Like you're getting a picture, or you're getting an exclusive item. That'd be pretty good. I would be happy with that, with an autograph and stuff. I'm like, all right, cool. This is like me buying something off the shop, and then I get a wonderful, tasty signature that means nothing to no one, really. In the end of the day, you know. He was so innocent. So innocent. Oh, man. I remember someone I was dating, she went to a convention, and I was on the phone with her, right? You know, long distance. And some guy was just hitting her up while I was talking to her. And she was letting him do it. I was like, hey, what the fuck's up with that? He's like, what? He's just being nice. I was like, that guy's not being nice. That guy's not being nice. I was like, well, he's being kind, right? He's being nice to her, but trying to get a number. He was like, oh, where do you live? Do you live around here? Do you have any, do you have any places you know around here? Do you want to come with me? Right? Oh, friendly exchange there. Boom, got her. Got her, boys. He's like, no, he was just being kind. I was like, I don't know. You're way super attractive. And also you're dressed up specifically. Like, very, very pretty at the moment. Like, you're a fucking catch right now. And also, you're at a place that's, like, predominantly with no women in it. And, she just thought I was just being dumb. But I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. When I think about it, I was like, the way he was saying it, the way he was acting, and the way he wouldn't leave it alone, I was just like, I think it was just more than someone just being like, hey, you live around here. Let's go to fucking Tim Hortons. Interesting backstory. I wasn't mad too much at it. I was just like, I don't know. I was like, it was one of those situations where it ended up coming up. It was like, I don't trust people, type of thing. I was like, I wouldn't trust that guy. I was like, asking me where I live and shit. Like, what the fuck does that matter to you, huh? Fuck does that matter to you? Like, if someone where I live, if someone asked you where you're from, they want to fucking fight you. Like, you just go, you fucking book it. You don't stay and be like, oh yeah, I'm from, Naperville, and, you don't say that. You don't fucking talk to them. You don't fucking talk to them. Ever. Don't you ever talk to them. Or like, or someone asks about your shoes. Oh, I didn't understand that as a little kid. They're like, hey, yo, man, can I see your shoes? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then they fucking stole them. God damn it. Bastards. Nobody just wants to fucking see your shoes. God damn, I was a little kid, too. I was like in 5th grade. Fucking high schoolers stole my shit. And my mom thought I gave them away for, like, Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something. I remember it was something dumb. Because I did something like that. I used to trade my video games all the time for stuff. Removing these paths is literal butt hurt. I want to say cancer, but I don't know. I have a spot on my back. Oh, I'm scared. No, I have a spot on my back that's just, like, always there. I'm like, is this a mole? I don't know. I never looked at it. I never looked at it in the mirror. But when I looked, actually, you know what? I have. But, like, there's nothing there. It's just like a mound that I have on my back. Like a little lump. So I'm just like, it's my little cancer sack. I've had it ever since I was in, like, middle school. I wonder if I thwacked myself in the back at one point and it just left a lump. You know? I know there's cases like that. I know someone in high school had something like that. They got their head hit, and they just left a giant welt. A giant welt. It was there for a long time, and then they had to do something to it. I forgot what it was. It was just a bunch of fluid that just built up in there and stayed there forever. Which reminds me of a conversation in sophomore year where I was trying to make my blood sister not shit on Momo's girlfriend at the time. She was gone for like months. I think she got really ill, and then she had a growth on her head, like a big fuck off growth on her head, right? Like a real big, like, ooh, that's a second person, right? And I don't know what it was. And my sister would always just make fun of her. She was like, oh, she's just a preppy white girl. And I was like, there's nothing wrong with her. Little did I know. Shady. She was shady, but at that time she wasn't. And my sister, like, just hated her for no reason. And I remember just, like, making the conversation not go to that way when he came to visit me to grab, like, Kingdom Hearts or something like that. I forgot what it was. Kingdom Hearts or the Shadow of the Colossus game that he let me borrow. And she just kept trying to bring it up, and I kept changing the subject just expertly over and over. And I don't remember any of the things that she tried to say. She was like, oh yeah, what's that thing right? He was like, oh yeah, it's like, what's that thing that you're wearing currently right now? And he's like, oh, did you get it at Warped Tour? Like, I would cut in during that. During situations like that. That's how I would kind of. I'm a big boy, Alexandra Butterfly, big thick ass boy, big fucking thick ass fucking. Big thick ass fucking. Eat you up. Ooh, give me one of these. Give me one of these, brother. Hell yeah. What's in my inventory? Yeah, a ton of black flowers, worker jackets, and a fairy tale dress. Alright, let's give this to someone. Coco, you're just wearing nothing. What are you doing? This is for you. Come here, Coco. You're my fairy tale cutie. I believe this is red. Actually, it would fit so much better on Mira. Oh, boy. Whatever. Bing! Oh, you look kind of cute in it. Oh, wait. No, I wanted to give something up. I don't want something back. What is this law of equivalent exchange? I hate it. Actually, what type of track jacket it is? I feel like the Pharaoh one can fit. Let's see. Does purple fit with blue and... No, I don't think so. Let's see. Do I have another track jacket? Worker's jacket. You know, I'm just going to give this to Anka. Why not? Anka, I love her original outfit. It's very simple, but I very much do enjoy it. Track jacket. Here you go. Hopefully the purple matches your kind of black-blue hair. Oh, you look good in it. Nice. I like it. Alright, I'm gonna just drop these off on the beach. How about that, huh? That was a strat back in the day. If you guys didn't play New Leaf, this was the strat to quote-unquote breed flowers and also store them. You store them on the beach. You put them on the beach, they don't die, they don't do anything along those lines, there's nothing wrong about it. The beach was also way bigger in New Leaf. I guess you can say. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I'm trying to think about it a bit. Like, New Leaf, beach big, beach thick. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. I got a majority of the colors here, right? Look at this. Nice. Boom. Oh, you know what? I'm not even looking at what's available in my app. That's what I'm not even looking at. So these are the striped ones. Let's push that up. The baby blue, obviously, very classic. Baby blue used to be my favorite color at one point. I remember being called gay for it, which is so weird being called gay to like a color. Like, bitch, you don't like the spectrum? There's also, which I find absolutely hilarious, because the joke on it is amazing, the glizzy glugglers, or whatever the fuck it's called. Like, Like, yo, is that bro? Yo, you eating a glizzy? Which I think is just New York slang, right? Always shit on New York people, or a specific type, just because they think they're special, right? But I think that's just the Midwestern in me, you know, looking for a fight, or really anyone on the coast. Let's see. Look at that, pretty good, huh? And the joke is that you're gay if you're seen eating a hot dog, right? Which is ridiculous, but how it's executed is fucking hilarious. I love it. It's a little trend on TikTok. How, like, it's kind of weird because it reminds me of how things were back where I used to live, right? How doing specific things was considered weak and gay, right? Let's see. You know what I'm gonna do? Stu, are you home? I'm feeling very generous today. I'm gonna give you a sailor hat. How about that, huh? Watch it be a radical, awesome color, and I'm gonna nut everywhere. Why are you sitting on the floor? Wait, what? You're welcome to come over at any time, especially if I'm home and awake. How dare you sit down when I was gonna give you something? How dare you? How absolutely dare you? Dude, I looked up what it looks like if you sucked your finger for a long time if you're a little kid. The reason people have toe thumbs is because of that. Isn't that crazy? It's so weird, man. Disgusting. Be sure to look at your bro and look at your girl and be like, you got toe thumbs? Like, it's because you fucking sucked your thumb off when you were little. You nasty. You nasty. Alright, I think that's it for everyone. Everyone's having a good time right here. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I gotta figure out what's wrong with the encoder. Alright? Bye. Have a good time, okay? Love you. Bitch.